From Five County Stadium with Focus on the Future, Darren Hedrick with you, joined by reliever Cody Allen of the Carolina Mudcats. And Cody, a great start to this summer for you, man. And it all actually began in the spring. You got some time with the big league club at spring training. Tell us about that experience.
I was there for early camp. There was a handful of guys there. There's probably half a dozen or a dozen pitchers there in early camp, and those big league guys that are on strict pitch counts early. If they exceed a pitch count and they need a guy to come in and just fill in. Me and a couple guys got a chance to do that, and it was a good learning experience watching them how they go about their spring trainings, because it's my first spring training, so being able to learn from those guys how they get to go about their season, so it was a good experience.
Did you get a chance to talk to any of the veterans, like maybe a Derek Lowe or somebody, and try to learn some tips from them while you were there? I
got to chat with Dan Wheeler a little bit. He's been around a long time. He's had a very long, successful career. I got to chat with him about being in the pen, back end of a bullpen, and how he goes about advanced scouting reports, and if he pitches to the scouting report, or if he pitches to his strengths, and we got to talk a lot about that kind of stuff. So it was good. What
were some of the biggest things you learned while you were out there at spring training this year?
The results don't matter. Results do not matter in spring training. It's all about getting your work in, and the most important thing is getting comfortable throwing. You're commanding your fastball. The breaking ball comes later. If you can command your fastball and you can get your delivery where it needs to be, the breaking ball is going to be there. So it's all about just getting your fastball where it needed to be.
This summer with the Mudcats, you had a strong start to the year. What are some of the things about your pitches, maybe one in particular, that you're trying to work on and improve right now when you're out on the mound?
Obviously continuing to throw strikes. Just keep throwing strikes, stay ahead in the count. But thing we've worked on through spring training and through this early part of the season is adding the slider in there with the fastball curveball, and just getting the curveball and slider to be two separate pitches, because it's almost early on in last year, it was almost like they were the same pitch. And so just to give a different look, so we're working on creating a true slider and a true curveball, not similar pitches.
Last year you got to pitch among 3 different teams. You even got some time in Akron, I believe. Tell us about that experience at the AA level last year.
It was fun. Met a lot of people throughout the organization. Got to meet all the pitching coaches, and just how guys go about their business in different ways. And what works for them, more about adding stuff to my routine, or maybe taking something out of my routine, and just watching guys who've had continued success in the organization go about their business, and how they attack hitters, or how they get ready for games, or how they take care of their bodies in between starts or in between outings. And so just trying to pick their brains a little bit and try and add some stuff here and there.
I'm just curious, when you came along in your career, some guys start out as relievers, turn into starters. How did you get going down the path to become a reliever with the Indian system?
As soon as I signed, I got here, and they put me in the bullpen, and it was the first time I'd been in the pen since early on, like freshman year of college. Been a starter pretty much most of my college career, and then they just kept me in the pen, and I've felt comfortable there ever since.
Do you like relieving versus starting? Which do you prefer?
I like relieving. I haven't had a start yet in pro ball. I haven't been on a 5-day rotation yet, so I really don't know. 5-day rotation's pretty tough. Those guys rack up a lot of innings. So I don't know how I would handle it. I think I could handle it okay, but I'm pretty comfortable right now in the bullpen.
Whatever gets you to the big leagues quickest, right?
Yeah.
I hear you, Cody. Hey, man, thanks for the time. All the best to you. We're happy to have you at Five County Stadium this summer.
No problem. Thanks.
All right. That's Cody Allen, reliever for the Carolina Mudcats.